Today, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Set for football now at AT&T Stadium. Brandon Aubrey has the honors, and we are underway here in Arlington. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Prescott down. That's into the hands of Tolbert. And he'll be across the 40. On 4th, this one away. Punts as he gets this one. Return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 12 carries, 60 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
Oh, and that is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Hurts to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Prescott now on second down. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A running play, it's Dowdle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
They run again with Dowdle. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down. Prescott to throw it. Being chased out left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Here's 3rd and 3. Here's Prescott. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
2nd down and 4. throwing. Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. On the run, it's Dowdle. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So roughing the passer there on 2nd and goal. They'll get half the distance and a fresh set of downs to try to punch one in. Dowdle is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They run here with Dowdle. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. His 7th touchdown on the ground and 9th overall. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. He'll buy some time right. He's going deep for Brown. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. They'll run with Barkley. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2nd and 11 now. Now Prescott. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing. Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Dallas Goedert, of course, he'll do well in this stadium. He's got a first down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Hurts. They'll roll him out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. They're going to run it with Barkley. But he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. So we have come to past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the gun, they'll try to run it. 7 yards there and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Josh Sweat coming in strong and dropping him behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. Rodgers on the return. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. That one downfield for Dotson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there for Philly. And even 50 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. Barkley. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in this third quarter. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game. You know, we've discussed this before, and we've seen it at practices. Extra periods being put in for the offense on these 2-point tries. But the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for 2 and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on 2-point plays as well.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Final minute now of the third quarter. Second down, Prescott. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Prescott. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. .42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this third quarter of play.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Prescott off play action. Rolling to his right. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
Milton Williams there on the tackle.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Here comes second down.
Another try after the first down sack. Prescott.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. A big play needed, no doubt. Third and long.
Prescott from the gun. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And down by 5. They've got to go for it here on fourth down. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Again, it's Barkley.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. A give to Barkley out of the gun.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Now Lewis selects to return it. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's 1st and 10. Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They can't ask for much more than this. They've got it 1st and goal from the 5. They've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Another try for Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Now Lewis selects to return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out.
Tonight, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. To throw at the outset, here's Hurts.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
You talk about this Washington defense.
There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
So 2 incompletions have led them to an early 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Sliding out of the pocket.
Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. On first down, here's Daniels to throw.
Open man is Noah Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
To the air goes Daniels. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Now 2nd and 3. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Play action. Now it's Daniels. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
$35 yards that time on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Second down. Here's Hurts.
Forced out to his left.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll drop to throw. On the move to his left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. On the draw, this is Barkley. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
Out now is the punter, Braden Mann.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Off the play fake, Daniels.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. No score after one on EA Sports.
Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2.
As they've got it 2nd and 7. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14.
Working out of the gun, Daniels to the right side and caught by Sennett.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and 3rd and 1 now.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. To throw is Daniels. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. Daniels going to throw for it.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And that will force a turnover on downs.
But first down, Hurts
out to his left. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch.
And he'll be touched down to the end, but a big play on that one.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his left.
That one downfield for Dotson. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
Up the middle with Barkley. Fights off the defender. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10.
At the 46. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
He'll buy some time right.
That one downfield for Dotson.
And he's got it inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Barkley inside handoff. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. 7-0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
This is our time. Our time.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Robinson up the middle.
And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's Daniels.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
On the return, it's Rodgers.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
They'll roll him out right.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Hurts.
Rolling to his right.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Back to throw. Steps away. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A 1st down throw for Daniels.
This to McLaurin out on the left side. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Daniels. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Daniels looking to throw.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So we've reached halftime.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Just the 1 touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the move to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Robinson on a give right side.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Robinson with another carry.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Now Daniels. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
A throw over the middle, taken in. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. This will be caught at about the 6. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down.
On the give, here's Robinson.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
So on 4th down, Austin Seibert on to try the Washington field goal.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Seibert's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Washington offense set to take over.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Well, they go play action. Daniels.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down.
Milton Williams.
Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. And the pressure gets to him again.
Nolan Smith,
his 2nd sack of the night. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, he looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts
keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Eagles are going to be moving to 10-0 as they add on to this big lead. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Daniels.
Quick slant to Brown.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
Daniels now to throw on 1st down.
This will be caught once again by Brown. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw again.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Daniels to the air again on 2nd down. He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14. Off play action. Daniels.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it makes the score 21-10. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick.
Oh, and I think Washington got it. Yes, they did.
Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Here's 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Daniels. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Daniels going to try and throw for it.
And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. So the onside kick will come with 17 seconds to play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Try to take this home. They'll run. And that should do it. He's got a 1st down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal, because remember,
Tonight, from Los Angeles, California, it's a special prime time edition of the
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The LA offense going to go to work for the first time, and it is the veteran Matthew Stafford at the helm in his 16th NFL season and 4th with the Rams.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. Here's Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run for the first time here with Kyron Williams.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him the conversion, 5 yards on the play. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. So no gain on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. A little juke. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Stafford. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Now Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Tutu Atwell.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Rams put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at the 34. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Dancing to his left. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Throwing is Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You talk about this Rams defense.
And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick-6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. As they've got it 2nd and 7. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg.
This one swung out to Williams.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down. Stafford now to throw. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll lead here to a third down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second down.
They'll fake the jet sweep and instead give up the middle to Williams.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big play there for Philly. 62 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
Steps away to his left.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Rams are going to have it here just past the 25.
That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback rolling left and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Throwing on second and long. Stafford, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal.
Barkley is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So a touchdown apiece. That's
past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose it down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Play action, Stafford.
That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Tutu Atwell
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So as it turns out, a 2-play drive resulting in the field goal. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. A leap, and he's got it. He got it.
And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the end zone here for 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
They go play action with Hurts.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The L.A. defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
So here are the Rams to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He's got his man on the crossing route. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Now they'll send Kupp in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from...
Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Hurts.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Hurts.
Flush to his right. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
A fake on the jet sweep as they'll go play action with Hurts. That one downfield for Dotson.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jahan Dotson.
An 80-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
He'll look to Williams to begin things.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now it's Stafford.
Open man is Atwell, complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Motion left, Kupp. He'll get it here on the jet sweep.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. To throw is Stafford.
He'll get this one complete to Atwell.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another 1st down. From the red zone now, Stafford. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Jalen Carter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Throwing is Stafford.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Nolan Smith coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
A fourth quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3.
Looking here for Smith downfield.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Out to his left.
That one downfield for Dotson.
And he's got it inside the 10. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 60.
And the Eagles get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. So now Stafford and the Rams down 24-14. Just over a minute 40 to play. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now Stafford. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Darius Slay with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Flushed out right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Jahan Dotson
With now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
And the Rams getting set to go now.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Here's Stafford. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
He's got his target. That's complete.
There he goes left side.
And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
A big play there for L.A. 51 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Stafford.
And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw, Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Reed Blankenship.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So call off the pick-6.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Philadelphia, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year.